it's Ainsley. Welcome to my video. As you can tell from the title of this video, it's a serious video. I'm just gonna kind of jump right into it because I don't want to like take up like 30 minutes of y'all's time because a 30-minute YouTube video is awful. So I guess I'll just start. So like y'all saw in the title of this video, I went through a lot of stuff, a lot of bad things that a lot of you didn't know. If you know me personally, a lot of you may not have known this, but that's okay because I didn't tell a lot of people. Okay, we'll just start in the beginning. What is even this song? Oh, we'll start in the beginning. 7th grade actually is when it happened. I was going into a new school, right? So girls out there, you understand, like, entering a new school, you're more concerned about fitting in and making friends than you are school. So that's what it was for 7th grade. I felt like everyone just didn't like me because I was the new girl and I came in late, you know. I wasn't there the first week of school, so everyone already knew everyone and I was the only one that didn't. Actually I knew one girl in my class, but that was it. So that was hard for me, and I'm one, if you know me personally, I'm one that wants to fit in, you know, like I want people to like me. I want, I don't know, I have to, because I can't stand people not liking me, which is bad because people don't like me, like some people don't, but oh well. So in 7th grade, I was more concerned about fitting in and making friends and, you know, having people like me. So I did my hair every single day, which is okay. Like, you can do your hair, you can do your makeup, whatever, but not so people will like you. I figured, oh, well, all the other girls in my class are, like, freaking gorgeous, so I have to try. If any of you were watching that were in my 7th grade class, I'm not lying. Literally all the girls in my class were just gorgeous. So I straightened my hair every day. I wore nice clothes most days. Some days I would just completely bum. And I tried making friends. I know I was kind of obnoxious to some of you, so I'm sorry, because all I was concerned about was making friends. I wasn't concerned about school. I wasn't concerned about anything. My grades were suffering. I didn't have anything like awful, but it was still like you could tell that I wasn't focused on school. So I finally made some friends, and it was actually with, you could say, the popular people, not really, like, of my class. It was, their names were Haley, Lucas, and Hunter, and we had, like, the 4 of us were pretty close. Like, we always, like, Skyped each other, and, like, we had, like, a group chat, like, or a group, like, iMessage, and, like, group Kik, and group Skype, and everything. Like, we were talking all the time, and at school, we would sit together, and people always wanted to, like, join our group, and, like, we wouldn't let them, and we had an Instagram that was for our, like, the 4 of us, and it was called, like, Law, because it was LAHH, which was actually pretty fun. And so I was like, I'm finally fitting in. And there was the guy that every single girl in that school had liked at one point, liked me. He didn't. He just pretended to. And so I was like, great, you know, like, I'm popular. Like, everyone likes me. Like, you know, I'm fitting in. I'm great. But that wasn't really what I wanted, you know? I just didn't realize that. And so I started kind of feeling awful. Like, I was like, well, maybe I'm just feeling awful because it's a new school and because I'm trying to fit in. So I just kept making friends, and I kept trying to make friends. I feel like everyone just kind of secretly didn't like me, but that's okay. And 7th grade was just awful because there was so much drama, and there was so much just trying to fit in. Like, everyone wanted to be everyone else, you know, like not one person was comfortable with who they were, and which was also our age, but it's like, it was awful. And that's when I started feeling kind of down or whatever. And then this summer, I completely forgot about everything. Going back into 8th grade, the first semester in September, I had a boyfriend. Well, so I was like, sweet, you know, but he didn't go to the school, so I was like, that's fine, you know, that I'm cool with that, because like, there weren't any dateable guys at our school, no offense, because I was also in 8th grade, and everyone, like, all the dateable guys were a lot older. So, like, the first semester, I wore makeup. I didn't really do anything to my hair or my clothes, but I wore makeup because I wanted to look nice or whatever. And then I stopped wearing it after a while because I was like, this is stupid. But I had a boyfriend. I was happy. Well, November, he broke up with me, which we're friends now. Like, we talk a lot. And like, so that was awful. And I'd come to school and I wouldn't talk to people, and people were like, you know, Ansley, it's just a breakup, like what's going on? But I think that was my wake up call. That's when I started thinking everyone just doesn't like me. Like, no one likes me. But it wasn't like, well, now I have to fit in. It was like, well, now let me just isolate myself from everyone ever because no one likes me anyway. So I started only hanging out with the first and second graders because that was my mom's class. I didn't eat with any of my class. Anytime I was not in the classroom with them, I wasn't with them. I was either with the first and second graders. At lunch, I ate alone in my mom's room while she was outside with the little kids. I just didn't want to be around people because I didn't feel like anyone liked me. And then second semester, I was a little better. I started talking to people more, but I still didn't eat with them. Like, I started inviting them to come eat with me in my mom's room, but only like the people that I actually wanted to like be around. And I was still super insecure. Like, no one likes me. No one wants to talk to me. February, I started dating another guy who I'm currently still with, Bryson. And so that helped a lot, like, with my confidence, I guess, because I was like, okay, well, a guy actually wants to date me. That's cool. But it still didn't really help the fact that I didn't have a lot of friends at the school. Like, I had school friends, but I didn't hang out with them outside of school, you know, and I didn't have that many close friends that I could just tell things to. And I was so used to having so many friends because I'm a very social person that it was just hard. And then I started feeling worse, like, as the second semester went on. But first semester, I didn't really care about my school that much, like my work. I worked a lot harder than 7th grade, but I still was just like, eh. Second semester, as it got worse, I started getting better in school. I actually had straight A's for a little while right at the end of school, and then finals screwed that up. But, like, I was better in school because that's all I was focused on. Because I was like, I don't have friends, you know, a lot of friends at the school. I don't do anything. So at lunch, I would do my homework. I would get ahead on homework. Or I would study for whatever test that was in, like, 6 weeks. You know? Like, I started actually getting good in school. And then, but, like, that wasn't, I got happy every time I'd get a good grade. But it wasn't enough, you know? I started gradually getting worse. And then by, like, April, it got even worse. Like, I would act happy around people. And I knew that as soon as I started acting happy around people, I knew that that's when it got worse. Because people, like, when it first started, I would just completely isolate myself from people. But then as it gets worse, you get more trying to be happy in front of people. So I started, like, talking to people, and I'd sit sometimes with people at lunch. And, like, I made okay friends at school, like, right at the end of the year. And I was more happy there. And I was like, well, this means I'm getting worse. Like, other people think I'm getting better, but that's the complete opposite. So, I started self-harming right at the end of April. I completely regret everything that I did during this time, actually. And it was bad. And, like, I mean, it was just bad because of what I was in. Like, it wasn't that serious, like, what I was doing. And then I started talking to a friend of mine, and she apparently was going through the same thing. Like, we didn't have similar situations, like, why we were depressed as we thought, but it was similar in our actions. So I couldn't, like, help her because that would be completely hypocritical. And I feel like she felt like she couldn't help me. I don't know if she felt like this way or not, but I felt like she couldn't help me because she felt like it would be hypocritical too. So we just kind of awkwardly, like, and I started talking to a few other friends. Actually, Bryce, my boyfriend, was one of the... There's a plane. Was one of the last people I told. My sister, I think, was the last person I told, which was kind of backwards, but whatever. And then, right in, like, May-ish, like, mid-May, I did something I don't want to talk about right now. Obviously, I'm not quite comfortable with that yet. Like, big. Like, something really big happened, and my parents found out what I was going through. And they panicked. They were like, how did we not know that our kid was going through this? Like, which I completely understand why they felt like that. But it's so easy for people that are going through that to hide it that no one will know unless I directly tell you, you're not going to know. So, that kind of was like a wake up call for all of us. Like that was my wake up call. Like, you need to get yourself out of this. Like, I saw how hurt my family and friends were, and that was like, okay, I'm done. And most people are like, you can't just quit cold turkey, but I did. It was just completely gone. I didn't feel that way anymore. I was better, you know? But as I was in that stage, like after my wake up call, and it was like, you know, hey, stop being stupid, I started thinking about everything bad that happened. I would think, this is happening for a reason, which I normally do all the time. In my whole 14 years of life on this earth, I have always thought that, like, well, there's got to be a reason why this is happening. And it's a good way to think. I got sick and ended up going to the hospital, and it ended up not being anything like huge. That's a whole nother story. And I kept thinking, and it actually kept me from going to the lake house with Bryce and his family. And I was like, well, there has to have been a reason. And there was. I got a good therapist out of it, because my doctor referred us to a therapist. And then also Bryce got to come, like, I got to still hang out with him, and it was actually really fun. But that's also another story. But like, I think that the one thing you guys need to take away from this, of how I got out of it, and how, like, after that, like, hey, you're being an idiot kind of wake up call thing, how I got better and to the point where I am now, is just thinking, like, bad things happen for a reason. And it's not necessarily, oh, well, I did something bad in my past life, like 6 years ago, and now I'm getting punished. It's, this is happening, like, things are happening like this because there's a better outcome. Something good is going to come out of this. And that may sound super cheesy, but it's actually true. I experienced that. There was a lot of miracles that happened like during those few weeks that everything happened. And I may have lost a really good friend for a while, which I'm not going to talk about. But, I mean, there has to be a reason for that too. And it's hard to talk about, and I understand if you guys don't want to talk about it, but if you do, if you have any questions about my situation, or if you have any questions about you, what you're going through, and you want to ask me, just come up in my DMs. My Instagram is always going to be down there. Well, not always, because sometimes I'm too lazy to put it down there, but it will be down there right now, like today. I'll put a link also, so you don't have to, like, go searching. And I want you guys to talk to me. And if you know me personally, you have my number. You can always call me or text me. Pretty much I'm almost always free to, if you call me and you tell me why, or like you text me first, please, I will find a way to talk to you, you know. I will always be free to talk about that kind of thing. And I want you guys to talk to me about it. I want you guys to talk to your family about it, because, like, yes, I've gone through similar things, and you're thinking, oh, well, she'll help me out of this, but I'm only 14. Like, I've been on this earth for 15 years, almost. I'm not that experienced as your parents or someone older than you, you know, that has also been through this thing. So I want you guys to talk to me, because I'm always here, and I have no life, and I like talking to people. And I want you to talk to your parents, or if you have siblings or whatever that are older, talk to them, because that's what helped me, honestly. Having my family know and seeing how they reacted really got me out of this, I think. So now that we're done with all the serious and stuff, thank you guys so much for watching. I actually might do more videos this week. I don't even know. I'm gonna probably either go like 6 weeks without doing a video, and then spam you for the whole week. I don't know what I'll do, but because I missed you guys. But also, I'm going to the beach in like 9 days or something like that. So I'll talk to you guys then, and we'll do probably a beach vlog, so that's fun. So I guess I will see you guys later. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share this video for friends that are going through similar things that I went through. I'm not even gonna ask you to like, comment, subscribe, because I don't care. I just want to help someone with this video. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, even though I've said that already like 3 other times, and bye.